Today we are showing you the very best of what Kinsale, Ireland has to offer. Kinsale is known as the starting town of the Wild Atlantic Way, so it's a very popular stop. We've been here a couple hours now and we can already tell that we wish we had more time here, so let's go see what we can find. Welcome to Kinsale, the town of very colorful streets, houses, and buildings, and the town of incredible food. Join us as we find many surprises along the way, but our travel day didn't start quite like we had planned. Pull it.
So our car is overheating on our road trip. So it took us about 20 minutes to figure out how to open the hood, embarrassingly.
To be clear, it was like, this is it. To open the hood, that's like not incredibly intuitive.
So turn of events, they're just going to bring us a new car, so we've stopped. We're going to get some work done a little bit and just make the best out of the next 2 hours.
There's nothing more glamorous than eating gas station salad. And what do you have?
4 pieces of turkey meat.
Okay, new car.
So our mechanic told us there was almost no oil in that car, which I guess we didn't even think to check the oil because...
Didn't check that because it just kept saying coolant low, coolant low. This is an actual highway.
Oh God. There's a wall. What do we do? Just so everyone knows we got out of that. After our very gracious B&B host let us check in super late, we got some much needed rest, so we were ready to explore the town. The blue door. The green door. How many are there?
A barista.
It's warm, it's gooey, it's everything you want in a cinnamon roll. I have a secret ongoing list of the world's best cinnamon rolls. Maybe I'll release it one day. Maybe.
There's potatoes underneath. It's like a hidden surprise.
That's stressing me out.
One of the best egg benedicts I've ever had, and wow, and that's saying a lot. I've had a lot. I just asked Megan if this was the best eggs benedict that she's ever had, and she has confirmed that it in fact is.
I love how bright and colorful this town is. I match this building. It's so good. So fun fact, Kinsale is like a food capital of Ireland. So if you come here and all you do is eat, then you're winning. Born in Kinsale, pirate and Bonnie. Well-behaved women seldom make history. I love it. It's great.
Welcome to Ireland.
That was like the biggest water splatter ever.
That's pretty funny.
Just landed.
I heard it.
Yeah.
It's a little tight.
We were told this is the best tour in all of Kinsale, so you definitely have to take it if you're coming. Even Rick Steves took it.
26 great Spanish ships sailed in here.
Can confirm that Barry's tour was one of the best tours we've ever been on. We learned so much of the history of Kinsale, including the sinking of the Lusitania, and we even learned why the buildings are so colorful. Turns out they're going for a contest to win Ireland's tidiest town.
We heard the YouTubers were coming, so we said we better paint. The judges can be here any time.
And we learned a little bit about the ferries.
Video, don't worry, because nowadays if it wasn't on video, it didn't happen, right?
That's right.
I'll turn off the technology. They don't like technology, okay? So what Andrew's going to do, he's going to knock on the door. How many times? 3 times. And the fairies won't come out, but he's going to listen and hear if from within that fairy door there's a response to convince Andrew and all of us that fairies really exist. Fair enough? Go for it there. 3 times, Andrew. Huh? Hallelujah! A true believer has been born. That's how the grandparents convert their grandchildren. If you get a tidal surge, even today, a full moon, a high tide and a westerly gale, this square will flood from underneath.
That was an absolutely incredible tour. It's a must-do. If you're in Kinsale, so much history. He said it's different every time, so the stories are going to be different. It was amazing. Also, we got all of the maps for the rest of our road trip in Ireland. Now we're going to find some food, which, as I said earlier, Kinsale is known for. Our tour guide Barry recommended St. Francis, but it doesn't open till 4. This restaurant got 10 stars in the Sunday Times, which is amazing. So if you're in Kinsale, check this place out for dinner. But let's see what we can find that's open.
And I just have to give a shout out to the people really fast, because the friendliest people that we've met in Ireland so far have been in Kinsale. So thank you for the warm, warm welcome from everyone here.
I'm actually so sad that we only have a day here.
Yes, we should have. I mean, if we had any idea what this place had in store for us, we would stay here for like a week.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If you're planning to do a road trip around Ireland, definitely plan at minimum 2 days.
For sure.
Like 2 full days in Kinsale. It looks so good. It did say the Chowder had a 15-minute cool time, so I'm gonna take that seriously, and I'm gonna start on my bread and, you know, Irish butter. Irish butter is the best. Look at that fish. That is a piece of fish. Chowder in the States, you get like a little piece of fish that's like that big. So delicious.
You know, Megan and I, and how we order, we never order the same thing, but I also got the chowder, the seafood chowder, so if that tells you anything of how good the seafood chowder is.
It does not end. Like, it's not like a fake out, like, oh, there's a big piece of fish at the top. Look at that. That is amazing.
In the words of Barry, every Irish town has the 3 G's: God, Guinness, and the grocery. And if you're lucky, they're all across the street from one another.
Which will he choose, God or Guinness?
That is always the dilemma, right? It's 2 at 9 p.m.
This is the new library, which used to be a grain house. Previously, the town hired 1 librarian, and now they have 5 librarians. So, Mom and Dad, if you want to move to Kinsale, Ireland, maybe they're hiring some more librarians. And for everyone listening, my mom and dad are both librarians. So we love a good book around here in this family.
This is St. Multose Church, one of the oldest churches in Ireland, and is still in use. It dates all the way back to 1190 AD, built by the Normans, aka the Vikings, and still holds services today. Inside, the stained glass windows are stunning. They depict key moments in Irish religious history and were added during a 19th century restoration. The Desmond Castle, or also known as the French prison, it was built in 1500 as a government building to tax goods like wine, but by the 1700s it became a prison holding captured French soldiers who came to support the Irish in their fight against the British rule, and that's how it got the name the French prison.
The tour with Barry had no hills.
I'm sure he strategically made it that way, but gotta venture off the beaten path sometimes, right?
We found all the hills. back to the next day. You know, we kept saying, we wish we had another day in Kinsale. We wish we had another day in Kinsale. So we just decided to make another day in Kinsale. We've reworked our entire itinerary so we could spend more time here, explore both of the forts, and go on a very special night tour. Kinsale has so much to offer, and I think this is also just your reminder, if you are traveling and you feel rushed or pressured or you want to extend something, just do it. It will be worth it. And we today have been blessed with glorious sunny weather, and it is so good to watch the ships go by and to explore Kinsale through a new lens. So let's see what we can find. First up, we're at Charles Fort. Now, we drove up here because we have a hired car. You can definitely walk from the town center as well. It is like a mile, and seeing as we were winded just walking up a small hill, we opted for the drive as we work our way up hills and mountains here.
So we're going to go ahead and go into the fort where we'll share more about the history and why there's a Spanish flag here. This is one of the best preserved star forts in Ireland. It was built in the late 1600s and designed to protect Kinsale Harbor from sea attacks. This place has seen centuries of battles and boasts some incredible views too. Interestingly enough, while built to withstand sea attacks, Charles Fort's downfall came from the land. In 1690, it fell during a siege by Williamite forces, which actually changed the course of Irish history.
What is it?
I have no clue. It's definitely a pump of some kind. So you see, I don't see anything on the walls about it. You just left a pump here. You gonna go in?
I feel like a little spooky in the storehouse. It's like not good feelings in there.
Oh, great.
They just live in the walls.
Pigeons just live in the walls. Is that why they call it a pigeonhole?
One might say you're pigeonholing yourself in.
I get scared of pigeons.
They cover my head.
This fort ensured that there was no entering the harbor here. So you can see over here, there's Kinsale. And then this is the narrow entrance in to the harbor. So this fort ensured protection from the sea. We're under attack. This is definitely where I would say, hey, I volunteer, I'll walk outside. The views are incredible and I would hang out here all day.
Even if you were under attack.
Even if I was under attack, at least you have a nice view.
What you were hoping for when you picked your barracks.
Yes, when I joined the Navy, I was hoping to be stationed somewhere like this. With a nice view of the seas.
Of the sea.
Yeah, not of Maine in the winter. Megan and I were just talking about how small it looked from the outside. I was like, all right, €5, like we'll be in and out. But we've been walking around for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and it's getting bigger and bigger.
I can imagine you're like coming to sea for battle and you're like, oh, I can take that tiny fort. And it's just like
surprise. It's like thousands of troops in here.
cavalry.
Yep. Now, do you remember the Spanish flag outside? That was actually a tribute to Spain, because in 1601, Spain sent thousands of troops to help the Irish fight the English during the Battle of Kinsale. Now, that battle was lost, but the Spanish flag still flies as a tribute and as a reminder of the allies who came.
Speaking of this being huge, we're like lost. Like, how do we get back to the entrance?
I mean, obviously, if we keep circling around the outside, we'll get back to the entrance eventually. Yeah, if we're here overnight, at least that there's a fireplace.
Hey, it's the lemon leaf That's where we ate yesterday for breakfast. So they have a little cafe here. You can grab a sandwich or a wrap or some cake with a beautiful view.
And just across the harbor lies another fort built in the 17th century, James Fort. Unlike Charles Fort, James Fort didn't have the best vantage point, which is why Charles Fort was built later. But together, you can see how these two forts would have made it nearly impossible for enemy ships to enter Kinsale Harbor.
Found the entrance to the fort. So these are actually the walls, so it just looks like overgrown, but these are actually the walls. Look, they're just covering the rock. So from the outside, you just think it's a bunch of trees or bushes.
Look at that. How neat. It's like a hidden fort. It's like
I guess no one's home. They are renovating the interior, so unfortunately you can't go in right now, but still a pretty cool hike, and you have your own fort because no one else is here.
not a bad place to lounge. And cue.
Gave a new name, source to nurture the world, ready, sing a new tune. Weight of it all won't get me down. Fathers, a stallion set free. Wind in my head, sweet essence of me.
What a lovely fort. I loved this stop. Maybe when you come, it'll be open for public use, but I actually find it really peaceful right now. This would be a perfect spot for like a picnic.
Yeah, it's so private. It's amazing. You just kind of get to relax, enjoy a beautiful Irish sunny day.
There's also a public beach. It's just one street over from how we got to the fort. So if you have beautiful weather like this, it looked quite crowded today because, you gotta bask this in. But Kinsale, I mean, who knew? Kinsale,
Just
Ireland.
continues to surprise us.
And then you walk out and it's like, bam! Looks like it could be the Caribbean. 645 pounds to build that fort in the 1600s.
That's wild. Should build a fort now.
What do you think it would be? 6.25 million pounds?
Not at least. 645 pounds. So that costs less than this camera right now that I'm holding.
Costs less than our rent.
Cost less than our hotel rooms for a couple nights
Oh,
in
yeah.
Kinsale.
Costs less than... How far can we take this?
Yep.
Costs less than our monthly grocery bill. As mentioned, this is one of Ireland's food capitals, so of course we had to eat our body weight in incredible food while we waited for a table at one of the top recommended restaurants in all of Kinsale. We found this incredibly unique wine bar by night, but coffee shop by day, plus secondhand bookstore. That's like all of my favorite things. And when we finished up there, we got seated at the Black Pig.
All right, you have to show us the drink list here.
There's over 300 wines. There's like 4 pages of whites.
She said it was very important to know who you're sitting next to, so this little guy's name is Henry. First thing Megan said is, I want some more, as we ordered 2 croquettes. Gotta get the sauce. Half down. And yes, we should have ordered more. On the menu, it's either 2 or 4. Go with 4.
Fresh prawns and mushroom toast. Everything is locally sourced.
Gotta get some of this. Gotta get this prawn. So good. The surprise favorites of mine was the mushrooms, the mushroom toast. It was absolutely amazing, and just like a burst of flavor in my mouth. It hit every single taste bud. I was not expecting that. That was our last second, all right, we don't know what to get. Just add that in there. Should have been our first. Wow, I'm impressed.
How you know Andrew was here. Cleans up the table always.
I was a server and a bartender, right? So it's just natural for me just to stack all the plates, get them out of the way, try to help the server out.
Food was amazing. Wish we could have stayed longer, but we have one more activity and we're basically running down the road to try and make it. So fingers crossed, everyone. Fingers crossed.
Because I think that this one, multiple people have told us, we have to do this one. So
We have 5 minutes?
yeah,
Okay.
to get across town. I'm going as fast as I can. I just ate so much food. Well, Megan was very confident when she said it was 9:15.
And the amateur never verified.
It was at 9. It was, as the sign here says, 9 p.m.
You took a video of it yesterday.
Guess I should have referred back to that video. Well, what do we do now?
Drink?
It is outside of a pub. Convenient. All right, we're going to be really awkward and we're just going to join in late and just hope that no one notices. Is it all right if we join in?
It is, but you
Amazing.
get tickets afterwards.
We
Perfect.
Can do that.
Excellent. No bother. Follow me. Walk this way.
Stop making it awkward.
Are bored. They're the only 2 graves in here. You can find out all about all.
We're we have to make it.
I'm glad you did.
We are too.
Well, there's only one thing left to do in an Irish town.